Now, Mike Schneider, Michele Marsh, Warner Wolf, Dr. Frank Field, and the Channel 2 News team. This is Channel 2 News at 11. Everything you need to know, because anything can happen in New York.
Good evening. He is a teenager serving time for killing his girlfriend. Joseph Porto found guilty of the least serious charge against him, criminally negligent homicide. A conviction, but according to Kathleen Holland's grieving parents, an injustice. And tonight, Channel 2 News has learned exclusively that the Holland family is filing a civil suit against Porto, trying to get the justice they feel the jury did not give them. Channel 2's Brian Williams reports.
The high school prom, the summer of '86. Kathleen Holland, the attractive Locust Valley 17-year-old, her date is Joseph Porto. The two of them in the rented limousine, they drive off. A few weeks later, Kathleen Holland was dead. Porto confesses to killing her. From their Long Island home, Kathleen Holland's parents and brother can now talk about Kathleen's death and Joseph Porto's murder trial and the jury verdict, handing Porto a lesser charge.
I've been living without my daughter for 18 months. The verdict of this trial is not going to bring her back. I've been waiting to go through this, which is a trial on ourselves. She'll never be brought back to us. What we have is her memories.
He could walk, that's not going to change anything. He could die, that's not going to change anything. You know, he could be put in jail for life, that's not going to change anything. Kathleen's still dead.
Something was wrong. I don't know whether they were just, maybe we were too confident, I don't know, with the confession. We really thought that justice would be done, but they had their own ideas. I'm sorry that it wasn't the same, but there's nothing we can do about it now.
Dennis Holland, his wife Judy, and son Dennis Jr. questioned the jury's process and decision. They questioned the tactics of Porto's defense attorney, Barry Slotnick. Porto first confessed to killing Kathleen Holland with a graduation tassel in his hands. Then, once the trial began, he changed that story, saying she died during an ancient Hindu sex act known as erotic sexual asphyxia, when a rope she allegedly wanted around her neck became too tight during sex. Porto later dumped her body in nearby woods, then led a search party to find her. Based on Porto's revised story, the jury decided on criminally negligent homicide. The verdict and Porto's story shocked the Holland family.
Only my daughter to be part of a defense of sexual asphyxia is just a ridiculous situation.
It's so untrue. It's such lies, you know.
For a percentage of people.
What do you do now? What do you say now?
Joseph Porto would have faced 25 years to life in prison on the intentional murder charge. He now faces 1 1/3 to 4 years maximum on the lesser charge. Sentencing is June 13th. On Long Island, Brian Williams, Channel 2 News.
And tonight we talked to attorneys for Joseph Porto about the Holland civil suit. They said at this time they have no comment. Mike.
And of course, rough sex was a defense that Robert Chambers tried before pleading guilty in the death of Jennifer Levin. Tonight, Chambers has a new address, Sing Sing. He was transferred there from a Dutchess County jail today, but prison officials say they haven't decided if that's where he will do his time for killing Jennifer Levin in Central Park 2 years ago. The Chambers trial ended in March when he suddenly pleaded guilty to manslaughter. He was then sentenced to 5 to 15 years.